What up? What up? Why is this shit not going? Can you guys hear me? The hell is going on here? September 22nd. Should be fucking doing what it's supposed to be doing. Can you guys hear me? Damn, that shit took forever. Let me know in the chats. I just read about this earlier. Listening from Arizona, heading to Buckeye. That's what's up. We can hear you. Okay, damn. I don't know what the hell's going on. Let me get some more people over from the gram. Shoot out the wheeler the one time. Man, I don't know. My internet's slow as fuck or what at midnight. The ghost, man. What's up with everybody up to? I decided to tap in. I can't fucking sleep. So I'm like, you know what? I ain't never done a YouTube live at midnight with the Warriors. The ones that work graveyard, the ones that work first watch, the ones that have insomnia. I don't know if the audio is going to skip when I play the video, but you're going to get the gist of it. Today, well, today's fucking Friday now. I got to wake up at 3 a.m., man. All right. Holy shit, Abuelita's Journey. Thank you, thank you. Let me see. Who do we got here? We got A1, Abuelita's Journey, Alfonso, Cutlass Supreme, Shady Loke, Yuma Boy, Silky, good so far. Perfect, perfect. Halfways, what up, man? The homie Spinal, my best friend right there. Brenda, cool, hell yeah. Damn, what are you guys doing up this late? Cubo Puro Broccoli, Brole, sup with the Popo Patna, Partner. What's up with the Popo partner? You tell me, cuzzo. Hello everyone. What up, Liz? iPhone 15 launch day. I'm up. My shit comes in whenever it comes in. All right, so tapping in from work. Here we go. People, damn, there's 24 fucking people on here on first watch. That shit's cool as fuck with you guys. Let me just, all right. Welcome back to our channels, Warriors. We are still growing. Shout out to all our patrons and sponsors. Find the names and list and the links below. So here we go. I've been done getting like 10. I got 10 approximately links to this video from everybody. And I told you guys, I don't watch the news, man. But what's fucking crazy is like, as I'm getting these text messages, I'm like, yeah, like, it probably wasn't a big deal to me because I've been done seeing this. But you guys are probably like, what the hell? Damn, California ain't got no love for nobody. Or CDCR. Yeah, for sure. So I'll let you play this shit right here. What up, VP? I'll let you hear this.
California Correctional Institution in Tehachapi, 40 miles southeast of Bakersfield. But when she found out she was pregnant, everything changed.
When I was first hired on, there was a policy in place. There were accommodations.
Prior to 2015, the California Department of Corrections had a policy that allowed pregnant staff who worked inside state prisons to move to safer positions. But when Kugel told her superiors...
So I don't know if that audio's skipping right there. What up, VP? EC in the house. Yeah, I don't know if that audio is skipping right there. It's a bad,
that she was pregnant at the end of 2016. She was told she
right
could
there.
either...
The good inmate getting escorted by some good COs right there. Looks like an old-ass video. Look at those flip-flops right there. So, yeah, man. How do I say this? Look, I have priority, right? If there's priorities in life, women and children are always going to be priority to me. Meaning, like if we're all fucking, there's a boat going down, the Titanic. Hey, there's only fucking 2 life rafts. Well, you got a woman and a children. guess what? They're getting it. Your boy right here, Hector Bravo's going to drown. Straight up. That's it. That's the way I think it should be for everybody. We should always protect the women and the children at all costs. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Man, Hector, you done been clowning on all these female COs. Well, I'm not really clowning. Just calling it like it is. But anyways, that don't mean I ain't got no love for them, right? They're there. They're our partners. They're wearing green. They're part of the buffoonery or being subjected to the buffoonery and in an inhumane way here. So, what up? Big ups from Nashville. So, now you know my stance on it. I dearly, dearly protect, right, the vulnerable, right, or less the ones that really can't protect themselves against, the wolves and whatnot, or corruption, or administration. So, I heard on this right here, it said that up until 2015, they had a policy in place that if a female got pregnant, she got taken off the line and put on light duty. That's the truth. I swear to God, it must have seemed like the year 2015, everything got turned upside down. Well, that's when I went to Donovan. That's when the big homies got kicked out of the shoe. Just a lot was going on. I don't know who bumped their head, and everything just went madness, right? I do remember in the past, yeah, girls would get knocked up. They would get knocked up by their husband, by their boyfriend, by both. Oh, here you go, Hector. You can't even chill during this. You know what? Out of respect, I'm going to chill. Either way, man, they're the female. Now she got the baby in her belly. And being a father, I know what a pregnant woman is, right? Twice, no less. My wife was pregnant. We had a miscarriage the first time around, and then she got pregnant again with our current daughter. So back in the prison system, you would see these females get pregnant and get put up in the staff entrance, which is where they be checking IDs as you come into the prison. That's cool because, they're not around inmates. Being around inmates can lead to hostile, violent encounters. We know this. That goes without saying. Eventually they get bigger, their belly gets bigger, can't be tucking in their shirt, so they would just be there, right, checking your ID. Courteous as always, just, hey, what's up, how's everything, cool, all right, see, boom. But then I remember, and another thing with CDCR, man, they don't broadcast shit, they're not transparent. They don't say, hey, we started this new policy where if you get knocked up, you have to work the line. And pretty much she said that they gave her two options. You're either fucking unfit for duty. Being unfit for duty means you cannot be a CO. Or you go work the line, which is fucked up. Because there was pregnant females working Charlie yard, the most fucked up yard. The one where the officer got his neck adjusted by the inmate. That yard. Level 4 SNY EOP. So... No, not pregnant by the prisoner. Pregnant by Hector Bravo. Oh my God, you guys. Wow. Let me take a sip, man. So, yeah, that is fucked up because, you got to run. An alarm goes off in a building. You don't know if it's a staff assault. You don't know what it is. So you have to run fast, right? Running cannot be good for a baby inside of your body, clearly. You can get assaulted. There was a female officer at RJDC yard that got fucking body slammed by a transgender, knocked unconscious, never came back to work. That was that. Now imagine she would have had a baby inside of her. That would have been all fucked. It was already fucked. It would have been fucked times 2. And should I say this story? I'm going to say this story because it's relevant. I was the OP sergeant on first watch. I was on the rotation, brand new sergeant, doing my swaps with a damn good swap partner. There was a female CO who was pregnant. And this was the time that everybody's starting to gather. They're not letting them take maternity leave or any type of light duty. So anyways, that individual did what they had to do, along with every other pregnant female, and they went out workman's comp, which is, hey, that's cool. I guess that's cool, right? Because now you have two options. You can either A, go get assaulted on Charlie Yard with a baby in your stomach, or A, push comes to shove, you go out on workman's comp on your own terms. Later, CDCR, I'll see you when I get back, right? Technically, that is workman's comp if you really think about it. But they don't be liking that kind of stuff. Administration, that is, headquarters. Somebody without common sense made some type of fucking stupid decision to do this, and now look what happened. It backfired in the fucking face like everything else does. You gotta wonder, how many lawsuits has CDCR faced? They're pretty damn near getting shut down by the feds, or they should be. But even the feds probably ain't gonna make matters better. I don't know at what point does somebody say enough is enough, right? You just costing everybody. I guess it's not their money, it's our money, taxpayer money. So this poor female goes on. I did not watch the whole video. And that kind of stuff just kind of gets me uneasy. I don't want to be hearing about these traumatic, tragic things. So she ended up losing the baby. You know, rest in peace. My apologies, my sincerities, my condolences, the whole freaking, I can't, it's unfathomable, right? That a human was it put into a position like that, man, because what is going through their head? I don't know, but it's like, I need to have a job. I need to feed. What if they have other children? I need to put food on the table. And here's this stupid fucking corrupt administration that's just, you know, heartless, soulless, gutless, right? So since I'm done with this video here, let me go back to here. I'm gonna pull you guys up over here. I got the whole command center going. 43 people watching. Smash that like button. All right. Where we at? CDCR don't play. When peeps get booked on the yard, were you ever surprised or did you almost know every time? 50-50. Hey, Victor, I was going to ask where the hell you were at, man. There you are. What up? Breathing underwater. So you think state prison is getting similar due to corruption and feds taking over? I mean, I don't know. I've been on here freaking 9-10 months talking about BS after BS. I look like a fucking vampire right now. I don't know if it's the light, the lack of sleep. I'm not really a night type of guy. I used to be. Your boy used to party all night. Shout out to Hector. I'm that message you on IG about CO Mix. Oh, yeah. Just what's up? I subscribed not too long ago. That's what's up, dude. Shout out to you, man. You really up live stream this late early? Non-negotiable. No, this is my first time doing it, ever. They should bring you back to correct all the corruption in Sacramento. They don't want that, though. So many dirty COs and they be hating on the good ones. That's the truth. Ooh, that's the truth. Not even dirty COs, just like incompetent COs. You know, COs get mad, like, let's say you know how to move, how you know how to talk in there. And it's so easy. You know what my life consisted of working in the prison? Bringing in pizza almost damn near every day. Every time I would get written up by administration, I'd bring in pizza for the officers. Sit there, drink coffee, and shop on Amazon. Ooh, my partners hated it. Like, why don't you get to work? Why don't you do something? Man, shut the fuck up. This place sucks. This whole place sucks. Right? If you need me, break the glass. That's what I used to tell them. Movers and shakers. So what do you guys think about pregnant women being forced to work in a hostile environment? Is that happening at other places? I never really worked at other places. Straight army and fucking prison. Oh, hell nah, cuzzo. Undercover asset protection detective, late nights, bro. That's what's up. Shout out, man. Get it. What's up, Cremador 13? So, verbal judo on Hector's. So tap in, man. Let's make this interactive. I kind of just shot that out there. Probably people let people down. So tell us listening on the recorded calls what it's all about. And the Chile and the okay, we'll talk about that. I might have to make a whole nother video on the pregnancy thing. I just kind of just shot my shot, right? But it's pretty unreasonable. So let's talk about recorded calls, because that's the second person that asked me. In California state prisons, every phone call is monitored. Now, this is before the tablets. Even, of course, the tablets are monitored, but I left before the tablets came on board. I saw tablets were coming. I said, this is where I draw the line, guys. No, just kidding. But when Charlie Centinela had 4 gyms, active gyms at the time, level 3, GP, AR, A gym, B yard, C yard, and D yard. Those towers in the front, you know, when you guys, if you're visiting a prison, you see the first tower by the staff entrance, Tower 1. Charlie and Delta Gym had a button up there that you can turn on and off the phones, and you can listen to the phone calls. You can hear the inmate pick up. You can hear them dial, beep, 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 beep. Do you accept a collect call from Josh, an inmate in a California prison? Yes. Beep. Hey, what's up, baby? Not much. What are you doing? Oh, just right here with the kids. You know, just got off work. Oh, is that right? Is that right? I'll go into the conversations in depth. But and then the other tower in the back, the other gyms control it, right? So what do those phone calls be saying? Well, Hector, can you tap into those phones? Like, can you talk into them? No, but that would have been pretty cool. I would have been playing all kinds of pranks. But I remember specifically Delta Gym. I'm telling you, there was a lot of race riots back then. There was blacks and Mexicans in that gym. I remember a black was on the phone talking to his loved one, his girlfriend, and said, oh, yeah, it's going to kick off. It's going to kick off. It's getting heated in here, and I'm a big dude. This is what he said. I don't know what the guy looked like because I was fucking far away. I was just hearing him over the phone. I'm a big dude, so they're going to at least send 5 or 6 dudes on me. That's what he said. And I'm like, shit. But I mean, he wasn't wrong. I don't remember if Delta Gym kicked off. I don't think Delta Gym kicked off. Charlie Gym, Alpha Gym, and Bravo Gym for sure kicked off. And thanks for keeping me up. That's right. What's up? Through the grapevine. Yeah, hopefully you don't lose reception. But this is what the phone calls would go like, man. Hey, what's up? Hey, bitch, why don't you be answering my calls? Cuz I already told you I work. Nah, you be out there doing some fucking. I can tell your bitch ass this and that. So they cuss them out for like 10 minutes, and at the end of the call, they'd be like, hey, baby, can you put some money on my books? And I just start laughing because it was the same shit. These chicks be getting disrespected for 20 minutes, and the last 5 minutes of the phone call, they ask to put money on the books, and they do it. I'm like, damn, they got good girls. Can't even get my girl to buy me 2 tacos at fucking Jack in a Box. These motherfuckers are onto something. Ooh, they be doing something good. Hey, what up? What up? Checking In Podcast. You guys go check out Checking In Podcast, Florida, Department of Corrections right there, and or County Corrections right there. All the good stuff from the other side of the United States. Give a like, a subscribe, and go show some love. So, yeah, man. You can listen to the phone calls. That was from a tower to a gym. All right. Now, yeah, I see your guys' comments. Don't trip. I'm going to go back to them. Yeah, County. I kind of fucked that up Checking In Podcast. I'm a little tired. But what was I talking about right now? Oh, yeah. So, without giving up too much juice or info, yes, inside a housing unit, there's fucking 4 phones. Payphone looking type things. There's 2 of them on A section, and then the other 2 are on B section. In California, they're racially segregated. You know what's funny? Let me tell you what's funny. Let's say, this is when I was newer as an officer. Let's say I was working the housing unit, right? They do phone signups. Phone signups is like third watch. So, probably after yard recall or before yard recall, probably 6 p.m. I don't know, give or take, 7 p.m. Phone signups. The inmates make a line at the podium. Now, the rules are they cannot sign up their cellmate for a phone call. But I never tripped. I didn't give a fuck, right? What is it to me? And, although I did almost get fucked up by a Mexican mafia associate one time. But don't trip. So, here we go. The passion fruit G. Oh, Lee, G, your fucking passion fruit looks good, G. And the sparkling water too, G. So the phone list, right? The funny thing is, let's say there was a dark-skinned Mexican. They be having some dark-skinned Mexicans. They be working in the sun. The sun be hitting them. They're damn near look black, right? So in a way for me to not be disrespectful, I didn't know what race this motherfucker was. Was he Puerto Rican? Was he Cuban? Was he Nicaraguan? Was he from Mexico? I don't know, man. Fucking Jamaica, right? So I would always be like, A-phone? And his motherfucker would give me a fucking weird-ass look, right? Like, I straight disrespected him. He's like, nah, man. C. I'm like, oh, yeah, I know what's up. I already know what's up, man. Don't trip. But I used to play it off like that. I wonder, they probably knew what the fuck I was. I used to play it off. Like, I wasn't going to straight up be disrespectful. A-phone? Hey, first thing in the morning, you have a fucking passion fruit with some chanate. Oh, fuck. I'm telling you, man, your body will go into convulsions. You fucking have some passion fruit and some chanate in the morning, your toes will curl. So back to the phone calls in the housing unit, right? The phone signups. What does that look like? Well, you can monitor the officer. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Wherever the officer is monitoring, ISU, Goon Squad, is also monitoring. This ain't nothing new, man. It's old news anyways. They all got tablets anyways. Hey, Enrico right there says LWAPs in California no longer life, bro. They said they can get out in 10 years tops now. Put a link if there's information to that, because I know there's people inquiring about that specifically. So you would hear those phone calls. Now, are they dumb enough to talk about drug transactions over the phone? Not necessarily. Unless they were desperate. Then yeah, like maybe they were fucking in debt. I don't know why I got these on. Motherfuckers hurt my ears. Unless they were like in debt and shit, they like, baby, I need that money bad, right? Then you kind of like, the fuck? But we could disconnect the phone. So let me tell you, one thing, I did do this, man. I got to be honest with you. I got to be forthcoming. I was up in the tower, and I was monitoring a phone call in Delta Gym between an inmate and his girlfriend. They got to arguing. Boy, they got to disrespecting each other, arguing. So I just hung up the phone. Boom, I hung up the phone, right? There's a button. I just hung up the phone. Motherfucker called back. Ooh, it set that inmate off. He's like, bitch, you fucking hang up on me? It's like, no, I didn't hang up. Click. I did it again. I did it like 3 times till they caught on to me. And they're probably like, oh, that's he was fucking. But, ooh, they were getting heated on each other. I did do that. Despensa, I did do that. The year had to have been 2008. We're in 2023, man. Everybody's home free now. Underwater under the bridge. And I hated working that tower because you almost got fucked up over the phone list. Do you tell you? You tell when you're done. It wasn't the phone list. It was that I think I told this story where I got the inmate called me a bitch loud in the day room. That's the thing. I wasn't even trying to be a super cop. I was just new to the building, so I kind of have to establish myself new to the building. I don't even know why. I never even tripped on this kind of shit. I just kind of felt like I had to say something, do something. You know when you're new? You're new and you think you're all that in a bag of chips. somebody calls you a bitch, and you're like, oh man. Ooh, motherfucker just called me a bitch. Oh man, pathetic. I'm gonna go over these fucking comments real quick. Riverside County Correctional Deputy arrested with 104 pounds of fentanyl. The economy becomes more horrific as more people. That's a lot of fucking fentanyl. Your old lady's gonna have you doing burpees if you don't go back to bed, carnal. She's used to it, man. She's used to me waking up in the middle of the night with my airsoft gun, checking the back door, checking the garage door, looking out the window, making sure I don't see a white van. Speaking of white van, you guys want to see something funny? I'm gonna show you guys something funny because you guys are my fucking friends. And I just said a white van. Check this shit out, guys. You're not gonna believe it. You're not gonna believe it. You're not gonna believe it. You guys, I'm telling you, man, this is the channel to come to if you want all the latest and greatest. Just hold on 1 second. Come on. There's no way. All of a sudden, I can't fucking find this shit. Hold on. Oh, it's because of that. Hold on, guys. Technical difficulty. Stand tight. Stand by to stand by. It is called Chula Vista State Correction Officer Trapped. I was typing in San Diego. Chula Vista State Correctional Officer. You can't make this shit up, man. You cannot make this shit up. I'm tired of it. You guys can see that right there? Check it out. I'm going to just play it for you guys, and I've been fucking around too long. This is a van. A CDCR van. Probably from Donovan. Right there on H Street. Looks like, what is it, 805? Look at this. Motherfucker locked. The officer locked himself inside of the cage where the inmate is supposed to be. But there was no inmate in there. The hell? Oh, come on, cuzzo. Who's that guy? First, somebody told me it was the other homie. I was like, oh, I'm not going to do that to the homie. And they're like, no, that's not him. Come on, man. A couple things wrong I see with this fucking picture. what do you guys think, man? Has CDCR officially gone down the fucking drain? Has CDCR lost its fucking mind? Now you know why he hit the eject button. You're probably looking at me like, damn, Hector's such a smart motherfucker. Only an idiot would sit on a stinking ship. Ah, just kidding, guys. And that's what it is. It's not even a sinking ship. It's a sunk ship. The ship has sunk. Look at this. Look at that. Wow. Oh my goodness, guys. You guys gotta let me know what you guys think of all this, man. I can't keep up. As a matter of fact, I'm getting tired of these fucking people. I mean, the content's great, right? But it's almost like my anxiety is spiking up. The hell? I shouldn't have to be doing this, man. Let me read these fucking... Well, that's a Wasco van? All right. So... How many people we got up in this motherfucker? I started 31 minutes ago. 76 people watching. I ain't going nowhere. Don't trip. I'll probably stay awake till 3 in the morning. Sleepover, guys. We're having a fucking sleepover on the YouTube channel. That's cool. Was he by himself? Yeah, so fucking a couple people sent me that too, and they're like, hey, this motherfucker was driving down the road, allegedly realized that the fucking... What up, 1967 kid? What up, the jabs? Allegedly realized that the fucking gate was unlocked, the holding cage in the van, went in there and fucking locked himself in there. Dude had to call CHP. CHP, help me. I'm a correctional officer of the state of California. Yeah, I know Hector Bravo. Well, you're not going to believe this, CHP, but I done locked myself into the goddamn van. I'm about to withdraw my application. No mames. Enrico, I'm telling you, bro. I'm not telling you anything. I'm just exposing the truth, bro. You're a reasonable guy, Enrico. You're a reasonable guy, man. What when somebody like you who's anticipating to join the department and you continue to see what I keep putting out, like what goes through your head? Like, there's no way. You know, other places are fucked up too. Every job is fucked up, right? Every job is fucked up. But I don't think every job is in charge of thousands and thousands and thousands of lives. And, you know, you're at Starbucks and you're like, Karen, you fucked up the Frappuccino machine again. And she's like, I know, Bill. Well, I know. Well, don't you go doing that again, Missy. Like, ain't no harm, no fucking foul, right? You fucking lock yourself out of a van. CEOs are human too. Yeah, they're human for sure. Absolutely. So human you can get your neck adjusted by an inmate. I mean, where do we draw the line? What has happened? I don't know. I can't call it. It happened too fast. Oh, man. When an inmate gets battered, do they have to go to PC? No, the majority of the time, 95% of the time, they want to remain on the yard. And they'll, depending on the situation, they'll just sign a little chrono. It's called a marriage chrono. And they're putting their signature on it, stating that, hey, we know that if we stay on here, like, we're releasing kind of like liability. But, I mean, that only goes so fucking far. I mean, if we know the dude's going to get killed, then we're not going to put him back on the yard. Even against his own wishes. Yeah, that happens too. Like, they're adamant that they're still good amongst their people, and we're like, no, dude, you're not good. At all. There's like 10 fucking kites that they want to send you to Brazil. They just stabbed you 57 fucking times. You just got life flighted. Like, that was not a checking, bro. Take everything out of your 457. I did take everything out of my 457. I did. Man, Liz, sorry to hear that, but yeah, Donovan was really bad at that too. Next of kin notifications. And I will never make excuses, right? Especially for something like that. But it was just, that prison was just so off the fucking hook that, like, the left hand didn't know what the right hand was doing. If you catch my drift. Like, everything was such in disarray. It's like a fucking free for all. And at whose expense? The family members. Hey, what was that all about? The drive-by at North Kern a few years ago. Yeah, I remember that. Like somebody drove by the freeway and shot at the fucking gatehouse. I'm going to break his fingers. That story caught me off guard. I probably shouldn't have said that, but I thought about it. Breaking his fingers is a lot better than what he would endure. Getting stabbed 57 times. The dude is asking for something. He's going to bite off more than he can chew. Throwing those gang signs, let me tell you. I appreciate this channel. I learned so much from someone who has actually worked for CDCR. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not going to say I'm the first one to do this, but, come on, man. Everything it was too much. Your boy has a breaking point that I broke, right? And I fucking snapped. I left. Nobody leaves like this. I fucking left. And, respectfully, too, I signed a little letter of resignation, handed it to the warden, and I walked out that fucking front door. They didn't know what hit them. Little fucking week later, I'm making YouTube videos talking all about them. They thought I got away. They thought they got away. What up, Esiquel? Yeah, I never liked making those next of kin notifications. That shit was horrible. I had a young CO that left equipment in TTA and took off to the restroom, and the inmate was in there. His excuse was the nurses were there. Sounds about right. What up? Buenos dias, 967 kid. So yeah, man, type in your comments, your questions. Let me know what's cracking. I was gonna say something else too, cause do you know of any good yards? Chino, is this a GP yard? My son went from a level 4 to now level 2, being housed in a level 3, and I keep asking when is he transferring. It is all. You can't even keep up. You can't even keep up with what they're doing to the yards, flipping them, redesignating people, classifying individuals. It's just. Don't even get me started on the whole Norway project. Somebody shot me a video, right? And it was of two individuals that work for headquarters, man. And I'm like looking at these two fucking individuals, and I'm like, not impressed, right? Not impressed. You know what impresses me? Motherfuckers that came from the gutter. Motherfuckers in the trenches, right? That's what impresses me. So anyways, these two fucking individuals are having a romantic fucking dinner in Norway, right? Sipping the wine, eating the cheese, motherfucking creme brulee, boom boule, right? And all in our fucking California taxpayer dime, man. But that's not the problem. I don't give a fuck that I'm footing the fucking bill, right? Because I'll pay fucking cash for their bill. That's not the problem. The problem is, how the fuck, just because you're in headquarters, a fucking lame, ain't about it, ain't never been nowhere, ain't never did know nothing, you want to push this fucking, their agenda, the agenda. Meanwhile, you got poor fucking kids in fucking housing unit 14, housing unit 15, getting slapped the fuck around. And yet you are having a romantic fucking dinner and there's cops getting battered throughout the state of fucking California, right? There's SNY inmates getting thrown on GPRs and vice versa. Level 2s, non-designated. How the fuck can you even stomach that fucking meal, right? So let me tell you guys something, man. Now I'm getting heated. It's not just administrators, man. It's not just the managers that are fucking pushing the agenda. It's the ones that are afraid. The ones that are afraid to work the line. The ones that are afraid to be around inmates. Well, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I've been around inmates. Motherfucker. Anyhow. Ever tried a prison spread by an inmate? Yeah, Brenda, I went to fucking county jail in Imperial County Jail for 1 week. I had to go GP. I was GP. There was nothing saying that I couldn't be GP. It was a beer run, right? And they made a spread. What they did was they got a I'm just thinking, you said spread. I was thinking about that romantic dinner in Norway. Some people just think they're better than others, right? Anyhow, they got a little fucking bag. They got some chili cheese Fritos. They got some of those beans in a bag. They got, of course, the soups. 2 soups, cuz. And then they mixed that shit up. And what they did was they put it under the mattress. And it kind of like warmed up or settled. And then they fucking busted it open. We ate that shit. It was good. But you got to remember, I had just come from the army, man. I went from one shitty place to another shitty place. But yeah, man, that's fucking crazy. Ooh, what do you think about Renegade Media being demonetized? Yeah, man, I want to actually do something for him and his channel, and I was thinking of a way to pitch it to you guys. Let me know, man, because I kind of want to help the dude out. Reason being, the dude's been grinding. The dude has been putting out accurate information, accurate fucking information. Why do you think I had kept saying that prior? Like, so, I don't know. However we can help him out, let me know. Because the dude took a hit, right? The dude took a hit for sure. They're terrified to be around inmates. Isn't that crazy, breathing underwater? So fucking crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, like, I'm not going to say who would want to be around inmates, right? But I'll tell you what, if you give me a choice to be around corrupt cocksuckers or to be around inmates, I'm going to choose being around inmates all day, every fucking day. That's how I left PIO. That's how I left Public Information Officer. You know, the rumors fly at the prison. Oh, Hector got kicked out. Hector got kicked out of PIO. Nope. I told the warden, send me back. Send me back right now. I want to go back to the line. And his response, and that was Pollard, his response was, okay. The motherfucker looked like Suge Knight, right? Looked like a retarded Suge Knight. And, okay, I'll send you back. I'll let you keep Cert Commander, but you're going to go back. I'm like, yeah, cool, thank you. I don't even give a fuck, right? Take Cert Commander too. I didn't even ask for that. You fucking threw it upon me. Here we go. Yeah, Abuelita's Journey. That dude's been putting out some good information. But, you know, that guy has a good head on his shoulders. And he's determined and squared away. And I've been watching how other people have been dropping videos on him, whether it's good or bad. And if he just continues on the path that he has been on, he's going to be all right. Trust me. It's called consistency. Oh, man. Hector was a Sureño enforcer on the main line in county. Nah, man. I was in a dorm. And when they did the fucking roll call or whatever the fuck you want to call it, I would have to say Hector from Brawley. Right? I didn't have a gang name. I didn't have a street where I didn't have a gangster name or a street or a gang I represented. So I just said Hector from Brawley. They knew I was in there for a DUI. Yeah, Abuelita's Journey. The good dude's a good dude, man. When Green is under investigation for years, are they still getting paid? Yeah, even if they're on, yeah, but it's short-lived. The investigations go on for a year, not just for for years. If it's a criminal investigation, and I've seen some of those, not on me, thank God, but like I've seen criminal investigations, and those will go 1 or 2 or 3 years, and those are stressful as fuck. Imagine they read you your rights. Imagine you're a CO, right, and you're under a criminal investigation, and they say you have the right to remain silent. Oh, I would shit myself. I will fucking shit myself, right? I would be like, oh, hell nah. We need a we need a Singapore project. They don't have reoffenders. I don't even be looking over there, man. Oh, fuck. I just sent a link to an actual inmate that has a YouTube channel, and he shows how he makes spreads. He's trying to get up to 500 subs so he can get monetized. I just sent you a link. All right, cool. I'll share that on the next one. Hector, oh yeah. But I mean, if you guys want to know my opinion on what happened to Renegade Media's channel, like, look, man, you guys see drama, right? You guys see drama everywhere. Jay doesn't participate in that drama. But just like anything, bro, what you're seeing out here on the streets is the same shit that you will see in prison. Except prison is more scandalous, violent, cutthroat. Same shit. Like, look, let's say you were an inmate in blue and you were bringing in cell phones, right? You were bringing in dope. Well, you don't think that your competition's going to drop a kite to us in green? We've seen it over and over and over and over and over again. It's going to say inmate Torres in cell 237, housing unit 3, Charlie 3, is bringing in a bunch of drugs. He has knives, and I heard him say he wants to blast the CO. Period. That's what all those fucking kites look like. So if it's me, I just go walk it over to the filing cabinet and bzzz, right? Never see that motherfucker ever again. But if like medical staff gets a hold of it, if a sergeant or a lieutenant or somebody, they're going to go hit the pad. And when they go hit the pad, they're going to find stuff, right? Then the inmate's going to go to ADSEG. He's going to go to the hole for being in possession of dope, being in possession of weapons. And guess what? The motherfucker just got his competition off the yard. So I share that story because YouTube's no fucking different. The real world's no different. Motherfuckers will hate on you, sabotage you. And I think about myself, like, will I ever get sabotaged against? I don't put nothing past nobody, right? And this is why I said Renegade Media is level-headed. Motherfucker hasn't flown off the handle, right? You haven't seen a video of him smoking focal, going nuts, saying fuck the world, fuck my haters. Nah, motherfucker has a good head on his shoulders. He's keeping it even keel. You want to survive? Keep it even keel. During the highs, stay fucking in the middle ground. During the lows, stay in the middle ground. Right? That's why I don't get too excited. I see it right there. Now it says 19,600. I like that, but I'm not going to go nuts with it. And I see it. For sure I see it. And I know it's a big deal. But I cannot allow my head and my mind to tell me, go nuts with it. Because what if my shit gets banned tomorrow? Right? I'm going to be on the Coronado Bridge like, Hector the Owl Whisperer. That's a true story. That's a true story. Oh, man. When I was a young tyke in my teens, I may or may not have found an injured owl. I was fucking crazy, man. I was the type of guy to jump off the roof with a skateboard. Just do stupid shit. I found an injured owl. I picked that motherfucker up and brought it home. Brought it inside the house. My parents did not appreciate it, right? My dad said, get that fucking thing out of here right now. The fucking owl was injured. Oh, I got something to tell you guys, man. 92. I got something to tell you guys. Look, you guys know how I've been giving you the history of CDCR, right? I kind of did it on purpose. I wanted to show you how things were, how things changed, and how things are now. Because let's keep it real. The only thing at the time you only had and shout out to them, the individuals that were incarcerated in the 90s, right? But then you want to talk like there's still an active green wall. And it's like, oh man, we done stopped beating each other up like that. years ago, right? Like, do we still be getting into tussles? Yeah, but everything's on body camera now, reported. You got rats on every side. So, yes. But check this out. I'm kind of fascinated by the 90s. I'm fascinated by the 90s. I was born in 1984. In the 90s, you had Nintendo, Excitebike, Super Mario. You had the North Hollywood shooting. You had the Rodney King riots. So, guess what? I've interviewed people, former dudes in blue, formerly incarcerated individuals that are now thriving, who did time in the 90s, right? And I've captured their stories, documented, right? I like it. It's kind of like I'm documenting history. So, believe it or not, well, believe it, I have a lineup, right? I have a lineup of police officers that did their fucking time in the 90s when it was rocking and fucking rolling in L.A., Los Angeles, San Diego, and I'm going to try to get the dude from the Imperial Valley, from Calexico. But the point I'm trying to make is we're going to capture all criminality, street violence, gangs, police, everything, all of the above. It's going to look like, oh shit, like, let's keep it real, man. California moves different. Southern California moves different. And people take notice. I barely started noticing. Like a couple months back, I just started gathering shit. Like, people know about California, right? The comments that they make. Oh, those prisons are crazy. Those prisons are violent. They're off the fucking hook. JMG, what up, man? Hector, did you ever use a donkey dick to do a cell extraction? Yes. A donkey dick is a burial removal device, a BRD, and what it looks like is a kind of looks like this, a donkey dick, and you open the food port. The inmates be putting the mattress up against the cell window so you can't be seeing shit, and so you have to remove the barrier. Well, there's like a little nozzle thing that you can hook up pepper spray to that thing. So, I'm glad you bring this up, JMG. This is how crazy shit it went. Let me tell you guys something. You guys want to talk about the green wall and that we're beating the fuck out of inmates? Check this out. The burial removal device, right? It's a BRD. You used to be able to jam it into the food port where you open the suit slot and put it in there and push the mattress out of the way, and you could hit them with a pepper spray through the nozzle. Well, guess what happened, folks? Let me tell you what fucking happened around the year 2015. Guess what? They fucking tell us we can't be using that shit no more. And we're like, this was at Donovan. And we're like, why? They said because the inmates complained that they were victims of rape and that by us inserting the burial removal device, they were having flashbacks. So they kind of gamed the system, right? They gamed the fucking system. That was another fucking shit that we had to deal with. That's the truth. North Hollywood shooting, no cops got clipped. Yeah, cops got hit. They just didn't die. Motherfucker got shot. Hey, checking in podcast. That's a true story. They like that in Florida? Do you think if a Republican ran California, CDCR would sharpen up? I don't dive into politics, but I just think California in general is a fucking lost case. And I'm fucking from here. Hey, Hector, do women like guards as much as they love prisoners? I'm an ex-con and can't keep them away. They like the whole bad boy thing, man. I know a girl that was dicking down both. Yeah, I saw that one too. Popo Medic. I'd be watching his fucking videos. They will always prefer a thug, even if a CO is more of a dog, because Green will always be the hood guy and the inmate will be the bad guy, and girls love a bad guy. I just said that. Girls like bad guys, man. You treat a girl like dirt and they'll stick to you like mud. Just kidding, man. I have a wife and I have a dog. But with that being said, man, when I'm nice, my wife be taking advantage of my niceness. That's the truth. Sometimes I got to turn it up a little bit, wild out. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Thank you, Michael. But yeah, let me know what's cracking, man. It's 1:00 in the morning. I gotta wake up in 2 hours. I really ain't got shit to do. Hit the one like for the algorithm. That's what's up. Thank you. What did we talk about, man? We talked about quite a few things. CDCR sued over pregnant correctional officer not reasonable accommodated. And now what? Now they gotta fucking fork the bill over. And you can't bring back a baby that was lost. Like, they have no dignity, man. Meanwhile, you got these fucking couples in Norway. I don't. How can you do the devil's bidding? That's my fucking thing. How can you do the devil's bidding? Like, how can you look at yourself in the mirror? It's just a career. It's just a job. You're gonna have to leave it eventually. I know I just got here tonight, but you should try to collaborate with Detective Matt. Who is Detective Matt? Back in the day, the inmates had porn mags. I would take the Playgirl mags and put them in my sergeant's bag. Where the hell were the Playgirl magazines, JMG? At a women's facility? If you were a young man again, would you become a CO? It all depends, man. It all depends. It all depends on the circumstance. But knowing what I know now, I would save myself the headache. But you have to understand, I had to go through it, right? I had to experience it. Like, I would have never known had I never done it. But now I did it. I'm just like, ooh, my goodness. Wow. What up, Junior? The gay inmates. No way, JMG. There's no fucking way, bro. JMG said that when the inmates had pornography magazines, because at one point they had porn magazines, tobacco, weights, the bugler, porn magazine, tobaccos, bugler. What else they be having in the past? Anyhow, the dude just said that the gay inmates had Playgirl magazines. That's unbelievable. Is this my night crew right here? My midnight crew? What do you guys be doing up this late, man? It's 1 a.m. I don't know if I'm ever going to do another night live like this. I mean, this is cool and all, but fuck, my eyelids are getting heavy. Is there a Supermax security area for specific inmates where only the warden has contact with them? No, Brenda. The only time a warden's going to be talking to inmates is like in a MAC-REP meeting, like the monthly MAC-REP meeting or something. And classification committee. Yeah, on Thursdays in the hole in ADSEG. The warden and the chief will walk down to ADSEG. They'll finally leave their office in the front, walk down, and you'll have inmates like, hey, warden, can I get a minute? Can I get a minute? And then the warden will stop and talk to him. They'll tell him, oh, we want punching bags on the yards. We want this. We want that. And then they just go back to the front. Brenda, the people really running the fucking prisons are lieutenants on down. Because after fucking 4 p.m., you don't see anybody above that rank there. See if I could, before I wrap this up, let me see if I can know any good first watch fucking stories. Anything interesting happened on first watch? Did I use my GI Bill? Yes, I used my GI Bill. I didn't get a degree. I just used my GI Bill. I think no, my daughter's good. She could still use it. I'm trying to think of any good fucking first watch stories, man. I know there's plenty. Fuck. Do I have any prison art? I do not. I have a kite that I found in C6 and it has all the reglas on there. The North Hollywood shooting was crazy. I was around there and it was scary when you see the cops hiding behind the patrol car. You were really there? I should probably interview you. What up, Mark? Do Mac reps? Oh, here's some good questions now. Do Mac reps get accused of? Who's in the thumbnail? I am. Do Mac reps get accused of telling too much? No, it all depends, man. The Delta Yard Mac reps at RJD were that whole Mac rep was a drama. They were always sabotaging each other, always trying to take the chairperson, fucking president's position. But anywhere else, they understand. Like on a GP, they'll know that like the Mac rep kind of is vital in a way. Like they are talking to the lieutenant, right? Hey man, call the Mac reps up here. Talk to them. Just during COVID, that's where a lot of the my communication went with the Mac reps. You know, of course, I would walk the buildings too, but hey man, everybody was in the dark. Everybody was in the dark of during COVID, so I would be like, hey man, they're not telling us nothing. Check this out. Once I let the inmates know that we didn't know shit, that we didn't know absolutely nothing, they felt better, right? They're like, oh, the motherfuckers really don't know. It's like, dude, we don't know, man. They don't be telling us shit. One day we're wearing masks. The other day they're fucking sticking a finger in our ass, sticking a fucking Q-tip in our nose. I don't know, man. I can't call it. And then they'll be like, damn, you poor bastards. Yeah, it sucks. We don't know what the hell's going on. But they were more of a communication. Oh, who's in the thumbnail? You're probably talking about this whole video is on the CDCR lawsuit with the pregnant people, the women that filed a fucking lawsuit against the department. Thursday we had a job fair and CDCR was there. The sergeant was like, hey, you want to join the team? And I was like, and deal with the buffoons? No, I'm good. Oh, shit. You want to join the team? Hell yeah. Would you ever be interested in being a CO in a federal prison in California? Aw, man, I'm done. I'm fucking done. Lieutenant, can you run a Southsider rutina? Like, can I actually do the workout? More than likely, yes. Can I call it? I mean, I know Spanish, but I don't remember exactly what they'd be saying. But I got the idea to do like 500 fucking burpees. The most I ever did was 700. I didn't really aim for 1,000. I was kind of happy with the 700 because before that I was only doing probably like 80 to 100. And then once I see that it was possible to be able to do 1,000+ burpees a day, I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. I'm able to do 1,000+ burpees a day. It's kind of raises the bar, physical fitness wise. What up, Sin? Sin in. Did you hear about Kim Kardashian going to Pelican Bay to speak to inmates in solitary confinement? Was that recently? Or was that in the past? 'Cause I don't even think they'd be having solitary confinement anymore. Kim Kardashian, Pelican Bay. January 16, 2023. Scott Budnick. So Scott Budnick is the executive producer of The Hangover. I actually met Scott Budnick when I was a public information officer. That dude is huge on prison reform. He runs the what is it? It's like the Art Coalition. He runs the that boxer Ryan Garcia. Man, he let me down. He got knocked out with that liver shot. I met Ryan Garcia. I met Scott Budnick. Most CEOs become out of shape because of the crazy hours they work, and all you can get is fast food after workout. That and all the money they're making. You got to think about it. And then I thought about it. I think the only reason people become CEOs is because of the money, right? The money. They know they get paid a lot, but they don't. It's like a hooker, man. It's like a hooker. The money's great, but it sucks. The money's great, but in fucking 10 years, you're going to be shot out on the inside, the outside, the upside down side. It surprises me how the inmates would wait till shift change to book somebody. That to me is a huge amount of respect. Yeah, I like that. Well, yeah, it was respectable, right? Like at 1:50 p.m., 1:55, get down, bah, bah. And I would just be leaving Charlie Yard, right? Like, I'm out of here. But you knew it was going to happen. Like, oh, there's going to be a stabbing. What's up from Corcoran? Shout out to Corcoran. Good morning, everybody. All in auto details. Damn, that's another one. We got what style of burpees? It depends, bro. I'd be doing the 7 counts, the 2 counts. Did you have to work a bunch of OT? I never, ever, ever did the maximum, which is 10 overtimes. There's some overtime hogs. There's guys that are addicted to guys have been doing 10 overtimes a month for fucking 20 years. I never did 10. The most I did was 7. And the way it would look like, I would get involuntary held over, meaning fucking forced against my will. Some months were bad, maybe like 4 or 5 times a month. And then I was like, well, since I already got like 4 or 5, I'm going to volunteer for like 1 or 2 more. It makes that much of a difference. Check this out, guys. My fucking overtime, 1 overtime shift, $500. $500 fucking dollars. So just an 8-hour shift, right, on top of your other 8-hour shift. But in my head, I would be thinking like, oh, that's a fucking PlayStation 4 right there. That's a PlayStation 5. This one right here. Oh, I'm going to get a Glock, right? Airsoft type. Oh, this or that. Depends. My dad always told me, don't depend on the overtime. Here's why, guys. You guys want to talk about money. My dad, I think I didn't fucking go completely nut. Well, I did go nuts. But my dad dropped a lot of knowledge on me before I became a CEO, which gave me a leg up. He's like, hey, don't depend on that overtime. That overtime's not always going to be there. It's going to dry up. And you would see dudes that would go buy a car, a lifted truck, but their whole means, they couldn't afford it. They figured, okay, I'm going to work the overtime to make this payment. Well, guess what happens when that overtime drives up? You got no fucking money. You can't make your fucking payment. So you would see them selling shit and like selling the truck. You would see these guys standing in staff entrance waiting for any last minute phone calls for overtime. I'll be kind of looking like, damn. Was it true that most inmates at Corcoran wanted to catch Charles Manson slipping and beat his ass? I don't think so, because there was a white inmate, an older dude at Centinela. And where did I work with this guy? I remember that inmate. We had a good rapport. I know his last name too. I'm just not going to say it. He was on Charlie Yard. I remember him then. Then he went to C6, which is a hole in the back. And I remember him then. And he would tell me that and he was general population, GP white, about he was next door to Charles Manson. And I'm like, nah, no way. And he's like, yeah, I got his autograph. And I went into his property, in the boxes of property and C6 property, and I looked. Yeah, the dude had an autograph with Charles Manson. I thought about stealing it. But I'm like, I don't want a fucking autograph with Charles Manson, right? But I didn't take it. I'm like, I didn't take it, but I didn't want a fucking autograph with Charles Manson. But to answer your question, I think they wanted to kill him. They would have killed him. Back in 1999, I paroled from O-Wing at CTF. I remember the shrink with a little hot hyena that walked the tier every morning. By the time she got to my cell, I made sure I was all glistening from the buries. Burpees? Now they got to sneak in cell phones to sell to the inmates. That's true. We have little yellow holes in the ceiling of the dorms here, for hot potato. What do they call them where you're at? I don't know what you're referring to, but would they drop shit down there like tear gas or something? I don't think we had that. The OT, lack of exercise and sleep, kills too many COs. Many die before retirement. Facts, JMG. That and the anxiety, bro, just of high blood pressure. And hey, JMG, what about all the monsters? People should comment in there how many monsters the energy drinks the COs drink. Motherfuckers be drinking like, oh yeah, this is my 6-1. 6-1, bro. We're fucking 10 minutes into our shift. And then, yeah, you'll see them have a stroke. You'll see them have a heart problem. And you're like, then they're down to like, oh, I'm just down to 1 now. My doctor said to chill out. I'm like, bro, everybody told you to chill out. What is the stress level now outside of CDC? Oh, that's a great question. I'm glad you care about me, Dodger Man 83. Nobody ever asked about how I'm doing. Nah, just kidding, guys. Hector the Klepto. I said I didn't steal it. My stress level is 0. 0, man. Things that stress me out. Are idiot drivers on the road. That stresses me out. I lost my hypervigilance, meaning I'm not scanning, looking over my fucking shoulder 24/7, 365. Still, you ain't going to catch me slipping, but still, man, I'm relaxed now, right? When I go to parties, family gatherings, when I meet strangers, I talk to them. Imagine that, man. I never used to talk to nobody before. I didn't want nobody to know my business. You develop that as a CO, as a peace officer. Like, you don't say nothing to nobody. YouTube, people said I'm like opening up more. It's just like, it changed it changed a lot, dude. Energy drinks are nuts. Your pop seems like my pop, super wise and just laid back. Facts, bro, but I put him through the fucking ringer, man. I was a fucking knucklehead kid. What year did you leave Centinela? December 2014. I remember I touched down at Donovan like January 1st, 2015. Well, probably not January 1st because it was a holiday, but the beginning of 2015 for sure. The last shift I did at Centinela was C6. I remember. Because I remember I was chopping it up with my partners. They're like, oh, shit, you got promoted to sergeant at Donovan. Congrats. I'm like, yeah. I had been there for 8 years at Centinela. I was tired of fucking commuting back and forth, man. I was ready. Then I get to Donovan. I'm like, dear Lord, what have I fucking done? Right? What have I done? Again, I'm wearing these fucking headphones for no reason. I've been wearing these headphones for no fucking reason for the last fucking 30 minutes. I don't appreciate it. What up? What up? Never change. Never change. Stay the same. Oh, yup. In case there's a riot, they can drop whatever into the dorm. So you were asking about these little yellow holes in the ceiling where you were at. Well, check this out. In a housing unit, a control booth, at a regular prison, Centinela, there's little slots in the floor. The little slots look like a big-ass window, a little window, and you can open it up and drop whatever you have to drop or shoot in there. Well, you get to Donovan, the motherfucking windows are they're locked. They're frozen stuck. There was a counselor that got his ass handed to him in Charlie 14 by an inmate in the fucking counselor's office. And that control booth officer was just watching him get his ass beat because he couldn't. There was no window. The window was there. It was just locked. But yeah. Was I there when Toto hit the yard? No, I didn't. I wasn't there when any of those heavy hitters hit the yard. And since there's 90 people on here and it's first watch, and I'm gonna tell you guys a story. So 2014, right, is when they let all those heavy hitters out of the Bay, Corcoran. They started with the associates first, not the made members, not the made dudes, but the ones that were like second in line to, or you know what I mean. I was working medical TTA officer. You see, I bounced around all over the fucking place like a pescado. And there was 2 holding cells in TTA. Big holding cells. Like you see in jail, you see these fucking, there's a door, multiple inmates can sit down. Well, at that time, Delta Yard was already S&Y. Alpha Bravo Charlie were GP. This inmate from Charlie Yard, level 4 GP, he was an old man. This dude was an associate for one of those organizations. And there was the fucking holding cell was there, and there was inmates in the holding cell. I'm escorting the inmate. I got him by his arm. I opened the door, and I put the inmate in there, and I shut the door. I turn around, and when I turn around, I stop, and I think to myself, oh, fuck. I put him in the wrong tank. I turn around, I open the door, I grab him by his arm and I pull him out and I shut the door. And the first thing he said is like, hey man, you trying to get me killed? Oh, fuck. I put the old man, in the wrong fucking tank on accident. Swear to God, it was an accident. Sometimes they have magnets. You can put like D-yard magnet or like A-yard magnet. I don't even know if the magnets were up, if they were back. It was my bad. For sure it was my bad. And I said, hey, dude, sorry about that, OG. Like, I got you. Don't trip. I pulled him out fast, but it was a Mexican standoff in there. You had all these S&Ys looking at this dude, and then you had this dude looking at all the S&Ys, but I was so fast with it, I just snatched his ass back up out of there and put him in the right holding cell. I'm going to tell you guys one more story similar to that one. But this time it was the inmate's fault. In the back of the TTA, imagine a clinic. The main clinic, like a hospital for... both y'all got a free adrenaline dump. In the back of the TTA is the CTC, the Central Health. That's where the long-term infirmary inmates are, back there. We had two porters, the Mexican and a black, from Bravo Yard. GP. I remember their names too. Oh, I remember their names. Because I would escort them, right? I worked TTA, so I would escort them back to Bravo Yard. They would come into the TTA. They would clean. They were porters, janitors. They'd sweep, mop, throw the trash, dust and shit. They're in the back. And all of a sudden, they're in the back cleaning, and I'm in the back. And all of a sudden, I hear somebody banging on the fucking window of a cell, because there's cells back there, the infirmary. And he's like, hey, let me out. I got day room. Let me out. I got day room. So I look at the schedule. I see the cell. That cell has day room in the back, like a little area. So I open the door. I unlocked the door with my key. The porter was like standing right next to me, kind of. And the inmate doesn't come out. And I start thinking to myself, what the fuck? Why isn't this inmate fucking coming out? Motherfucker was just banging on the fucking door, banging to come out to day room. And then I thought, oh, fuck, the motherfucker's SNY. So I fucking, boom, locked the door real quick. Think about what just happened. The inmate there was two sharks circling outside of the water, right outside of his cell. Motherfucker's banging on his window telling me to let him out for fucking day room. So I go over there and I open the door. Unbeknownst to me, the dude was SNY. Oh my God. I shut that fucking door. He looked at me like I fucked up. I said, what kind of idiot bangs on his door and begs to go out with fucking day room when you got two motherfucking GPs standing outside of your cell? I said, if you thought I was going to tell those inmates to go over there so that you can have your day room, you done bumped your fucking head. Like those guys felt fucking entitled, those SNY inmates from Delta Yard when they first touched down. And then that one GP inmate like looked at me. We had a rapport too, and he kind of, what did he say? Not like, oh, I almost got him. Said my last name, but he's like, he said something like, you caught that quick. I don't know, man, but it was like the motherfucker knew that he shouldn't have done that. So I told you guys that the porters for TTA were one was a black guy, one was a Mexican guy. I would drive a little golf cart. That little golf cart, they would sit in the back, right? I would drive them fucking so they can go do their shit. Well, to get to Bravo Yard, there's a gate. There's a side fucking gate. And there's a gate. There's two gates. One you unlock with a fucking key. The other one is like you yell and they open the door with a button. The yard goes down, right? Get down, get down, get down, right? And the doors had just cracked. And I look at the yard and I look at the inmates, and that fucking Southsider was gonna take flight. Was gonna take flight. And he even said it. Oh, my boy. He said the dude's last name. He goes, I almost took flight on you right now. Oh, shit. All three of us started laughing. All three of us started laughing because what if that had been a Code 3 riot on the yard? Yeah. They would have got off on each other right there. Right? So then we're like, oh, man, I almost took off on you right there. But that just goes to show you, like, not everything was so hostile. Well, yeah, they would have had to fight, right? But they were making light of a situation. The dude straight up told me, man, I almost took flight on you right now. But I had one on DR when it was GP, blacks and Mexican lockdown. Let the max out separate to escort 2 block. Let theirs out together. They started sticking each other in 2 block. Oh, my God. Damn. Oh, fuck. I drew down on my 2 max, and since I know one of them got down, I told them, don't trip. I won't tell the house you guys didn't go off. I got... Hector, did you have meal tickets for OT when you came in? Damn, JMG, you're bringing it back, my boy. I've been on this motherfucker 10 months, and I keep saying 10, but we're getting there. I ain't even talked about meal tickets yet. All right, guys, so check this out. That's a long-ass episode, man. Like a fucking insomniac. Meal tickets, right? When you work overtime, you get your little check or whatever. But in prison, they had a thing called a meal ticket back in the day. Basically, what it looked like a fucking receipt. What it looked like was it looked like a fucking receipt. This is a Home Depot receipt. Don't be looking at my number. But be getting my military discount, veteran discount. 10% off. But you get a meal ticket. Probably worth like, I don't know. How much was it worth, JMG? Like $6? It was like a $6 meal ticket. Well, the prison, Centinela, had a PK, the fucking, the cafeteria in the front. So you, once in a while, you go to the front. Yeah, 6 times 2. Damn, Dodger Man 83. You go to the, meal tickets were $7.50, I believe. I think it was $6. You go to the accounting or whatever, and they have a stack of meal tickets. I forgot how we used to pick them up. Either the sergeant will tell you, come pick them up in the watch. I can't remember, man. Go get your goddamn meal tickets. They'd be all stapled together. So basically, you take that fucking meal ticket, and you can go get a meal. Like carne asada burrito, fucking carne asada fries, right? Chorizo burrito in the morning, G. And you could trade. You could trade like, or if people were hurting or people got held over, you can give them a meal ticket. Here, I got a meal ticket. People were making bets, right? You can bet playing card games, and you could bet meal tickets. There's all kinds of little nifty things you can do with them. Barter. Damn, those meal tickets took a lot of work to make in the watch. I could have sworn they made them in accounting, but I don't remember. Do cartels tell the Mexican mafia what to do? Not in prison. Not in California prison. Yeah, so those fucking meal tickets. What else, man? JMG, the 154s, the bed moves 154s. You guys have to understand, before the computer system came online in the year 2012, everything was old school, old fucking fashioned, man. Let's say you wanted to move an inmate from Delta Yard to A Yard at Centinela. You had to get a fucking paper called a 154. You would have to sign it, put the inmate's name, CDCR number, take it to your fucking sergeant, he signs it. Take it to the other sergeant on the other yard, he signs it. Take it to central control, they sign it, they process it. Take it back to the yard, make copies for the sergeant program office, make copies for the building, the other fucking building, and then you can move the inmate. It's kind of a lot of work. But once everything came onto the computer, it's just like bam, bam, bam. Can I get a bed move? Sure, why not? Here, take 2, right? That was a 154. They did away with that. C-files. I told you guys about the C-files, man. They were like fucking. Imagine you getting a Charlie, an inmate with a C number, D number. All those dudes had big ass C-files. The records room, I told you guys, it'd be looking like a library, right? There's like rows and rows of files. It was by the last 2 of their CDC number. You guys saw that new fucking inmate that went to prison? Tory Lanez. I don't even know who these people are. The dude just went to prison. 10 years. He's North Kern. I'll probably reach out to the guy for an interview. Anyhow, that guy's CDC number is Bravo Whiskey. BW. Bravo Whiskey 21234. Come a long way, let me tell you. Bravo Whiskey. And you got to think, that's the latest CDC number. Because the dude just got fucking incarcerated in state prison. I worked B4 when it was orientation building for the entire prison. Talk about 154s. But what about the officer in Bravo 5 that told Captain Denault, get the fuck out of my building? the captain left. You had some captain that was kind of a hard ass a dick, right? He went in there trying to puff his chest in the officer's building, building 5. The officer told him, get the fuck out of my building. The fucking captain did an about face and walked out. You gotta respect that CO, man. The fuck? Who the hell tells their boss, get the fuck out of my building? Oh, shit. You know what? Not today, man. Get the fuck out of here. I hadn't had enough of your shit today, man. You're done for the week. Cap the cell. Let me tell you guys about capping the cell, right? I don't think you can cap cells anymore. So, up in the control booth, you be having access to open and close the cell doors, right? You be looking, right? I'm not gonna tell you what it looks like. And if an inmate is out of control, right, acting out of pocket, acting outrageous, belligerent, rude, disrespectful, committing crimes, we would just say, hey, cap that dude's cell. He's done for the day, right? And the inmate will kind of know, like, oh, it's kind of like a timeout, right? So you would cap the cell. You put a little barrier over his cell little number to know, don't open this fucking cell. And that's what we would do. It was almost like, hey, we're not going to write you up. We're not going to beat you up. We're not going to tell on your we're not going to do nothing. Just cap the cell. Right? Motherfuckers done for the day. Or if they're acting a fool in education, right? Get on the radio, say, hey, I got inmate Torres going back from education back to building 2. He's done for the day. That's what that would sound like. Denault was a piece of work. Oh, he was a piece of work. Yeah. The officer said, get the fuck out of my building. We capped him at my joint. CTQ. Yeah, that confined to quarters, CTQ'd. We're reminiscing. It's fucking 1:42 in the morning. It's a sleepover. And, hey, Hector, are we having a chat? Me and Silent are up. Shoot it. Let's talk. Were you there when Nat Geo came through? I don't think so. What else, man? Let's take it back. We talked about 154s. We talked about meal tickets. We talked about the officer told the captain to get the fuck out of his building. and the captain did. We talked about capping cells. We talked about the C files. You know, I'll tell you what, man. When I was an officer, not even an officer, man. Throughout my career, I've come across some unruly inmates, right? Unruly inmates. And those unruly inmates, man, would always say, check my C file. Check my C file. So the dude is telling you to go check his C file because apparently the dude has all kinds of violent history, or the dude is about the business, right? The dude has put in work, probably assaulted some COs. The way he's making it seem like, check my C file. They're giving you attitude, like, I ain't gonna talk to you, motherfucker. Check my C file. But I'll tell you what, man. 9 out of 9 times, the person saying that, I go check the fucking C file. And I wasn't impressed, right? I wasn't impressed. One guy told me to check his C file. I checked his fucking C file, and he beat up a 94-year-old lady. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm done checking Z files. Anytime somebody tells me that, I'm just going to, that's it, right? But when a dude told me check my C file, it's like, I instantly knew what they were about, right? They were not about nothing, period. It's the ones that don't say shit that you gotta watch out for, right? Prison. Maybe you haven't been to prison, right? Maybe you watch my channel because you don't want to know what it's like. You probably see big, buff, tattooed, mean-looking motherfuckers, which, yes, they're there. But the ones you gotta watch out for are the quiet ones. In life, in general. They will get you. It's not what do they say? The loudest man in the room is the weakest. The loudest person in the room is the weakest. That's the truth, man. That's working in prison. Anybody that's been in there around predators, right? Even green, blue predators. I say green because they be tearing down those fucking hyenas, right? But predators. It's almost like a defense mechanism that you have to get loud and start puffing your chest to make yourself bigger than what you actually are. Motherfucking lion is just quiet, just you come near me, I'm gonna bite you, motherfucker. You gotta watch out for the quiet ones, man. Grab the chanate for the day. I have to go to bed, man. I took a juice key home from the entire weekend at CSV back in 2000. The entire prison went on lockdown for 3 days. God, man. Golly, G. What is the protocol if World War III goes down? Homie, if I'm working in the prison and World War III goes down, I'm fucking walking out to my car and driving home. I'm not gonna stay there. Hey guys, lock it up. Lock it up. Take it home. Day room recall. Day room recall. I don't give a fuck. I didn't even give a fuck about my job when it wasn't World War III. Let alone World War III. Oh, man. Muhammad Ali talked a lot. He did, man. He was with it. That's the truth. I remember when there was no response training set up. Floor cops would look at each other and say, I got this one. Damn. Oh, man, that was the good old days. I wasn't there for that shit. What up, righteous monkey? Just woke up. Why you waking up at 1:47, bro? You woke up to take a piss. You saw this live cracking. There's 97 people on here. It's fucking 1:45 in the morning. The first time I ever did this shit. We're having a sleepover, bro. You're late. When that happens, check my C file. Tell them the first thing it says must stay away 1,000 feet from any school. You know, I never joked around like that. I thought about it, right? Some of the jokes you could play on an inmate, but it's not going to be funny, is if you're like on a general population yard, right? A bunch of fucking killers everywhere. And you walk by and you go, hey, dude, thank you for that information. And then you just walk away, right? You just put the dude in a really bad fucking spot, right? All bad. Don't do it, right? Don't do it. What up, Doggy Style? That's a hell of a handle, but I do see you got that Doggy Style album right there. Hey, good looking out for that information. I'm drunk. The quiet ones are with the business. Yeah, like motherfucking psychopaths, serial killers. Oh, here's a good damn question. In visiting, were you laid back or vigilant about under the table passes? I'm going to tell you the truth. As a new officer, I was vigilant because I was still about fighting crime, right? I told you guys that I saw the inmate from Brawley and his cousin pass the Cheeto bag. There was heroin in there. She ended up getting off work. They let her go home. The sergeant let her go home. She went to the Chinese fucking food restaurant to go work. But when they let that female visitor go home after, I thought to myself, like, the hell? Man, I'm not fighting crime no more. And from that day forward, I was more chill. One time I was stripping out an inmate in the back of Charlie visiting. And, you know, run your fingers through your hair, open up your mouth. Well, when I said open up your mouth, the dude did something weird. Like, he had something in his mouth, right? I said, open up your fucking mouth. It was just us back there. And I said, I don't know what I said. Take it out. Give it to me. I had gloves on. Luckily, the dude didn't take off on me, right? This is one of the dangers of working in the back and visiting. Like, the motherfucker could take off on you, fight you. And depending on what he has or he doesn't want to get caught, beat your ass back there. And you're back there by yourself until help comes. You're lucky if you hit your alarm or call for help on the radio, which was always sketchy. So he spits it out, and it was a SIM card. A SIM card to, like, I don't know, a phone or something. I said, break it. The dude broke it. I said, throw it in the trash. And he fucking threw it in the trash. And that was it. He went back to the pad. But, that was whatever you take from that story. What up, Robert? I told you guys about the time I was on Alpha Yard visiting. There was a black dude that looked like Snoop Dogg. Really looked like Snoop Dogg. And I was strip searching him. And when he bent over to cough, and I'm telling you guys, I never looked. I never looked at these guys' buttholes, right? I never looked. I didn't want to. I was not enthralled or anything. There was a white condom knot sticking out of his ass. I pulled out my baton, right? Because that's what I would do initially. Like, it just... And I would say, and I said, what the fuck is that? And he's like, oh, it's toilet paper. Right away, the dude said toilet paper. I said, it's not toilet paper. Put your hands behind your back. Put his hands behind his back. The dude was Houdini, man. He ended up taking that bindle out. That bindle was fucking tobacco. He took it out right in front of my face. I didn't even see it. And me and the sergeant told him, well, the sergeant told him, hey, man, if it's tobacco, let us know. We'll just fucking cut you back to the pad. We'll just cut you back to the yard. If it's dope, we got to send you to the hole. He's like, it's tobacco. We're like, all right, where is it? He's like, it's right over there. I'm like, how the hell did that motherfucker get that shit over there right in front of me? It was tobacco. What's my opinion on private prisons? I don't really got opinions on prisons anymore, man. It's just so, I can't call it anymore. But private prisons is just a way of, like, the feds to be able to privatize, to be able to, like, extend, like private contractors in the military. You kind of can, you're contracting it out. It's confirmed you're a vampy. No, dude, I'm fucking about to fall asleep on this chair right here. Did you ever make them lift up their balls and then run their fingers through their mouth? I never did, but if you guys want to know, there's a way to do it. There's a sequence, right? There's a sequence to strip somebody out. Let me see. Open up your mouth. Well, run your fingers through your hair. Open up your mouth. Lift up your tongue. Let me see your ears. I'll just do it for how they would do it. They'll go like this. Let me see your fingers. Let me see your armpits. Lift up your sack. Turn around. Squat, cough. Squat, cough. Squat, cough. Let me see the bottom of your feet. They put the bottom of your feet. But you see that sequence? That sequence went from the top down. Some of these COs would be like, all right, hey, lift up your sack. All right, open up your mouth. Right? Lift up your tongue. So now they got them touching their nuts, and then they go like that and touch their mouth. They know what they're doing. But sometimes the inmates will catch on and be like, I'm not doing that shit. Right? They understand the sequence. Ruthless vatos, man. But no, I never did. I'll tell you what I did do, Albert. This is a true story. What I did was, back they had those little porno magazines. They were phased out already, of course, right? They had already stopped it by the time I came in, but they were still around. You could still find one or two or three. Well, I found like a porn magazine. It was like a Hustler, right? They'd be having like oral sex on the pictures. I don't know if I can say that on here, but what I did one time was I got the male part, right, and I folded the picture, and I put it in his blues, in the inmates visiting blues, because they have a pair of blues, the dress attire that they have all creased up, man, that they use specifically for visits, so they can look nice and creased up in front of their loved ones. Well, I got the piece of the the guy's male part, and I put it right there in his breast pocket. So when the dude has to go to the side, the gate to show the officer his ID, motherfucker whipped it out, right? He came back like, hey, that was a good one, dude. That was a good one. They tried to do me that too, but I use my pinky fingers when I open my mouth. That's pretty clever. I'm gonna wrap it up, man. It's fucking 2 a.m. I will not be posting a morning video. I'll probably drop something later on in the day, right? I could count this one as a, what's today? Friday video, but we'll see, man. Can't short you guys. This is a little bonus right here. With that, have a good night. Keep pushing forward.